All right, welcome to the first Devils Illustrated Zoomcast, if that's even a thing. I don't know if that's a term. But I am Brian McLawhorn, publisher of Devils Illustrated. It's part of the Rivals.com and Yahoo Sports networks. As most of you know, we cover Duke Athletics, and today we've got a special guest, like a very special guest, five-star combo guard from Chicago in class of 2020, Duke signee, DJ Steward. And DJ, you get the honor of being the very first guest on this show. Hopefully it'll be a frequent thing, so we're excited to have you on. So
thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate you being on. So welcome. And we're, just first off, we're kind of definitely living in this strange world right now with the COVID-19 virus and how it's kind of got so many of us locked down, I guess. So right now, how are you and your family holding up? What's life like in the DJ Steward household?
We're all good, just in the house, chilling, just having some family time. We see each other a lot more. I would be at school. My little brother would be at school. So we just get to see each other a lot more and cross each other's paths. And just been trying to stay sane, I would say, and just like play video games with my little brother, work out at home, just staying active and fit.
So I assume with the school situation and having to be at home, you guys are doing what a lot of places are doing, maybe some online schooling, that kind of thing. It being your senior year, what's that process like? What's it been like for you to have to adjust in your final months of your high school senior year?
It's actually like, it's an easy adjustment for me, but I'm pretty sure for a lot of people, it's not an easy adjustment because a lot of people, they're hands-on learners, so they have to learn from the teacher and directly from the teacher. But with me, I'm able to still do my work and just be able to stay up to date.
Well, what do you miss most about, being in school rather than having to do all this stuff from home?
Socializing, just being around a lot of people and just getting to know a lot of people and just being able to talk to people and have a good time.
So, I hate to bring up a bad memory here, but your high school season did come to a close, not at the hands of an opponent. Very different thing, having the virus shut you down right after, if I'm remembering correctly, you guys had just beat Simeon. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So what's that been like for you? And what was your initial thoughts when you kind of came to realization that your season was done?
I would say at first, when I first found out, I was like heartbroken, and I just started crying right away. And my mom, she hugged me and told me that everything will be okay and everything's gonna work out. And I tried to like keep a positive attitude, just thinking that the season would like be prolonged and we would actually be able to come back and play. But soon, like later, we found out that the season was just completely over. So at first I handled it pretty like hard, but like now that I look back at it, the season was canceled for a reason, and this is a very serious what I'm trying to say. This is very serious, like it's sickening, and people are dying from this the COVID-19, so it's hard. So you just gotta stay at home, advise people to stay at home and just stay with their families and just spend quality time with their family.
So I guess the one positive out of it for you, though, you at least ended it on a win, and you had a pretty strong effort. So what does that mean to you? Does that help a little bit to know you got to beat a rival and you performed well in your last game?
Yes, that was actually my very first time beating Simeon in high school. I think I was 0-2, 0-3 before playing them in my last game, and just being a city powerhouse before like my season was over, it was just a great feeling.
So you and I were texting a couple weeks ago when the McDonald's All-American game was canceled, and you mentioned that's something you had dreamed about for a long time. Can you when did you first find out that it wasn't going to be played, and what were those initial kind of reactions and emotions from that being canceled?
I would say like once my season was canceled, I was just like, okay, I'm pretty sure everything else was canceled, so I pretty much prepared myself mentally for that. And yeah, it was just a very sad moment. Like you said, it was a dream of mine ever since I was young to play in a game. But just my mom told me to be chosen to play in a game is just a blessing, which it is. But I honestly wish I could have had the opportunity to play in a game. But like I said, COVID-19 took over the world.
Let's talk a little bit about your game. At
Hmm.
Rivals.com, I think it was back May of 2019, you were ranked in the 60s somewhere,
Hmm.
maybe 63, somewhere around there. You jumped
Yeah.
all the way to 28 in a year. That's a huge jump. I mean, that's not a lot of people make that big of a gap of a jump. So, how did your game improve over the course of last summer through the high school season? And what do you think you attribute that jump in the rankings and your abilities on the floor to?
I would honestly like give it to like my coaches and teammates from my AAU team, Mean Streets and Whitney Young. Uh, they just instilled confidence in me. They just told me to just play my game, have fun out there, and just do what I do, basically. So I just went out there. I was a very confident player. I trusted myself. I trusted my teammates and the coaching staff. So every time I went out there, I just played with a chip on my shoulder, and it paid off for me for sure.
Well, was there anything that you felt like with your game, particularly that you wanted to work on over that time,
Mhm.
and where you saw like tangible improvements in certain areas?
A lot of people, I would hear a lot of people they would say and actually give me advice on like my ball handling and stuff. Like people say I couldn't handle the ball and play on ball as well as I played off the ball. So I just wanted to, work on the things that I need to work on, which was ball handling and just being able to handle the ball with pressure, just working my body a little bit. I'm still skinny, but I definitely feel like I got a little bit stronger, so that pretty much helped me a little bit too.
So along those lines, you said you're still skinny. I had somebody on
Mhm.
the premium message boards on Devils Illustrated maybe a couple weeks ago ask. They said
Mhm.
we've seen DJ listed at 6'4", we've seen DJ listed at 6'2". What is the real height from DJ Steward?
The real height, I would say 6'2", about
6'2".
6'2".
Okay,
Yes,
you
sir.
make me look good because that's what I told him was 6'2",
Mhm.
based on being around you at USA Basketball in college.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
What are
6'2".
you weighing at right now, and what's your goal weight wise?
I'm I'm 170, but like right now, weight wise, I don't really know where exactly I should be. I'll just have to wait until I get to Duke, and I'm pretty sure they'll handle that for me and have a great plan for me as soon as I get down there.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
So along those lines, I mean, you're quarantined. You can't go to. I'm sure you can't go to the high school gyms.
Mm-mm.
Not a lot that you can't go to weight rooms, that kind of thing. So,
Mm-hmm.
how are you handling that for your workout and to be able to stay kind of sharp and on top of your game right now, being at home?
I'm actually doing virtual workouts with my athletic trainer. So we're doing some stuff like right in this room right here. We're doing some like lunges, like core work and push-ups, like a lot of just simple stuff. And I have dumbbells too, so I just try and use those to my advantage as well. Just doing like a lot of stretching as well too.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
was there anything from the Duke staff in your conversations that they wanted you to try to do between now and when you arrive in terms of your game or workout and just
Hmm.
physical health?
Uh, they want me to knock down shots. So just whenever I can, again, get in the gym, knock down shots, be able to knock down shots out of a lot of different situations, like off the dribble, coming off of the catch, off of the screen, and just being able to handle the ball as well, just being an on ball and off ball threat.
So we've talked a little bit about what you've worked on and the chip on the
Hmm.
shoulder and that kind of thing. But how would you describe your game overall? What would you, if a Duke fan came up to you that had not seen you, how would you describe it to them?
Hmm. I would say I'm a combo guard. I can play point guard or play off the ball. Uh, I can handle pick and roll situations very well. Uh, I can see the floor very well. I feel like I can pass the ball really well. Knock down shots, open shots off the catch, can come off of off ball screens and knock down shots. And I'm very competitive. A lot of people they say I don't play very good defense, but this year at Wheaton Young, I pretty much tried to make that something that I want to work on, which is my defense. So the whole entire year, I was focusing on defense and just trying to get better at that.
So you're coming in with a pretty strong recruiting class.
Yes.
So when we talked back in October in Colorado Springs, you said you had some contact. You guys have your text messaging, group message where you guys kind of communicate and that kind of thing. How's those relationships developed over the last year or 8 to 10 months?
We're talking a lot more now. Probably due to the coronavirus, we're probably so bored. So we text each other like every single day, just talking about video games, talking about Duke, how excited we are. And just the relationship has developed so much. Like we talk to each other like outside of the group chat, like, oh, I called Jalen Johnson and Mark Williams yesterday to hop on a game and play 2K. So we get time each other.
We're having some technical difficulties. I lost a little bit of the beauty of internet, right? With
right, exactly. Yeah, technology.
Internet right now too.
Right, exactly. You want me to repeat that?
Yeah. So you last we heard you were talking about you had reached out to Jalen Johnson. So you can pick up from there.
Reached out to Jalen Johnson and Mark Williams. Played video games yesterday. Played 2K, and just have a good time with each other. Just getting to know each other. Like I got to know Jalen Johnson really well at the USA camp. So he basically also helped recruit me to Duke. Just talking to me a lot, and just getting me to come there. So just trying to talk to everybody. Just build a relationship with those guys.
What was Jalen's biggest pitch to you?
He said, "You get to play with me, man." He said, "You get to play with me." He said, "We can play off of each other." He's a great passer. He says, "I'm a great passer." So it's gonna be really fun next year. We can't wait to get in the gym to work with each other mostly, but also on the court to compete against other teams.
So you're also going to be sharing a backcourt with Jeremy Roach.
Yes.
And some other guys too. I mean, Jordan Goldbar had a great year, and we don't know what Cassius Stanley's going to do, but there's a lot of guys. But you and Jeremy, how do you think you guys mesh on the court together, and what kind of conversations have you guys had about playing with one another?
I think we're going to bring like toughness to the game. We played. I feel like we're going to play together really well and feed off each other. He can pass the ball really well. I remember him saying in an interview that he can get like people open shots. So that works for me, and I want to knock down those open shots to make him look good, and he helps me look good. So it's going to be really fun. We're going to bring toughness on defense, just play hard together, and just go out there and have a good time and have some fun.
This may be too early for these types of conversations, but has the Duke coaching staff talked to you about playing with Jeremy or playing with even Jordan Goldwire and some of the guys that are there now? Have you had those discussions yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, cool.
No.
So let's we've hashed out all your recruiting stuff over the years when process and all that, but let's think back to this. When you, I don't know, maybe this is like placing this whole process into this more fantasy type thing. Maybe it's a little more real than this for guys, but first time you realized Duke was a viable option and that they were recruiting you heavily, do you remember that moment and what that felt like to realize that you would be, good enough, and number one good enough, and number two, that they were interested in bringing you in?
I would say, well, the first time Duke came and saw me was, I believe, my sophomore year, and I was at another school, which was Fenwick. And Coach Shari stopped by. He talked to me. He told me they were very interested in me and they were going to be watching me over the next couple of years. So that was the first time I had met Coach Shire and got an opportunity to meet somebody from the Duke staff. And I would say once they offered me, like from then on, like they stayed on me. They contacted me a lot and just stayed on and tried and were recruiting me. And I would say the big thing for me was when all the coaching staff, they came up to my open gym and they sat down and talked to me after we had a meeting, just talked about everything, talked about a plan, and then talked about the upcoming visit.
Do you remember the first time you met Coach K, talked to Coach K, and what that was like for you?
Uh, First time I met Coach K, it was at open gym. Just being able to meet somebody like that, it was big for me. Just seeing him on TV and stuff. Like a lot of people, they probably may think he's mean, but he's just a really nice guy. He's really down to earth. He's funny, and I just can't wait to play for him.
So there's a pretty long list of guys from Chicago that have been at
Hmm.
Duke. You know, Coach K, of course, is from Chicago. Coach
Hmm.
Shire,
Yep.
Jamari, Jalil, Chris
Yep.
Collins. You know, the list is long. Why
Yes.
was that connection important to you?
Yes, for sure. Coach K and Coach Shire, we have a connection, which is Chicago. So we talk about Chicago a lot, talk about some baseball, even though I don't know that much about baseball. And we just have that connection. So that played a part in it too, that we had that connection where we could just talk about Chicago and just be from the same place, play in the same state. And we basically know a lot of the same people as well.
Very cool. Very cool. So, in an ideal world, I mean, obviously, this COVID-19 impacts
Hmm.
everything, but in an ideal world, when do you arrive in Durham? Do you know?
Uh, I think like July, maybe like between the first couple weeks of July, I believe.
Okay. Has there been discussions at all, like if if the virus changes any of that or the
Hmm.
ability to do that?
No, no, not yet. They're probably waiting until after this all clears up to like
Yeah.
give like an exact schedule.
When you look at when you do arrive, what are you looking
Hmm.
forward to most when you get to Durham?
Just getting like more of a feel for the campus. There's gonna be a lot of people there, I bet. Maybe some freshmen that are already gonna be there, so I'll get to meet more people. Just getting there to work on my body, and just put in the work. I'm ready to go down there and get straight to business and just put in the work. Just get to know my teammates and build that relationship so we can get ready for a nice run.
So, did you get a chance to watch Duke much this past season?
Yes, I watched them a lot. Whenever I could, I watched them.
What's your favorite memory from the season? Do you have one?
Uh, I would definitely say when Trey Jones threw the ball off the rim and then caught it and made the shot, and then when Wendell Moore got the putback layup against UNC, like that's big. That's like something like you dream of doing against your rival school, and then just the crowd going crazy. That's just wild, and I bet it was a surreal feeling.
So take me into the world of DJ Steward when you're watching a game like that. Are you the guy jumping off the couch, being excited, or what's your reaction to it when?
Yeah. I'm really, really pumped. Just jumping up and down. It was just crazy just to see. Just like if that was me, I would have been going crazy. Like if I was at the game, I would have just stormed the court, just went crazy, started dancing and doing something silly for sure.
So everybody has that growing up as a kid in the gym, the backyard, wherever it is, having playing out that moment. The big
Hmm.
buzzer beating moment.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
DJ Steward's buzzer beating moment? What did you play out as a kid?
Uh, I'll just do like 3 seconds, like 3, 2, 1, and then shoot. And just like I used to do that like a whole bunch, like with my friends and stuff. We just be goofing off, just shooting the most craziest shots, like from half court, from the 3 point line, crazy layups, just lucky circus shots, and just like I feel like those the things that you do when you're younger, it actually comes back to you. And it can become a reality, for sure. So just working on that stuff, like I still do that 3, 2, 1 stuff just to give myself a game situation.
I think I mean I'm quite a bit older than you, and I still do those things when I I don't think that'll ever leave
Yeah, I don't think so.
So
Yeah.
last thing, and I'll let you go. But just what do you want to tell Duke fans, and maybe they don't know about you? Is there anything you
Hmm.
want to tell them, what to know about DJ?
I'm really excited to get down there to Durham. You're going to be getting a very high character guy. I'm very funny. I'm silly. I'm always smiling. And my energy on the court is just going to be outstanding. I'm just going to have a lot of positive energy. I'm going to be a great teammate. I'm just going to go down there and just do whatever I have to do to win.
That's awesome. DJ, I appreciate you coming on, man. You've set the bar high for all the others that are going to come on here.
Okay.
So you
Thank
can
you.
brag
Thank
about
you.
that to your teammates.
Right.
Trying to hit those
Yep.
guys up and get them on too. So
Okay.
you can spread the word to them that
All right.
make that a competition. They got to live
Right.
up.
Exactly. All right.
Awesome.
I will for sure. Thank you so much.
Thanks, DJ. Appreciate it, buddy.